Hey guys, crew blown way back. I'm Aaron.
I'm Gavin.
Rick.
And we are back with Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton story where last time...
They fucked.
Yes. There's that. There was some, connection. There was a deformed bunny.
Yeah.
And then there was an argument with the mom about all of his duty and doing all this, even though he doesn't want to do all this.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure Charlotte got, demoralized or...
Yeah. She feels like she is the it that he does not want to do.
Let's
Even
say
more so.
She heard the wrong part of that conversation. But she didn't. It just is an unfortunate situation for everyone involved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, usually it's like the sentence after they leave from eavesdropping is the...
But I love her.
That's why. Yeah.
And I don't want to listen to you anymore, Mother.
And it just kept going on about the negative things.
Yeah.
She needs to find a way to get to space.
What?
Then she can wave at him in his telescope. And then he'll be like, whoa, she went to space for me.
I was like, where are you going with this? But I know, I get what you mean.
Wow.
I don't know how to segue from it, but we also had the doctor kind of moment where he was having some kind of pain or something. And he said about, don't let Charlotte know about this at all, and get the doctor. And they said Charlotte will never know. But I bet
She
that's
does
not true.
gossip, and that gossip gets around.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
maybe that's wise. I don't know.
True. All right. Well, let's see what kind of gossip we get into this time.
There are no other riders. I am simply below stairs.
He knows he's lying to him.
Below stairs. Go, attend to your queen. Coronation Day is a great day for her and the country.
If there was another rider.
Yeah.
Mother was going on and on to all the ladies at tea that their love means we now live in an unnatural society. What is unnatural about our society?
Do not repeat what your mother says to anyone outside.
Her widening eyes was great.
Yeah.
Lord Danbury attended Eton with the King's father, and Lord Smythe-Smith and Lord Cummings were both at Harrow, and they all attended Oxford with Daddy.
She's right. We did.
They are exactly like us. Better in some cases, considering that several of them are from royal families of their own that have much more money than we do.
Danbury's.
Ledger, stop talking this instant. That is too much thinking.
But she's
Just
brains.
teaching you. Well, Latin mostly, but I would like to request advanced mathematics.
I like her thinking.
It was really cool, yeah.
Happy Coronation Day, Daddy.
Happy Coronation Day, bud.
Sweet.
Violet.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Did you not catch the Violet Ledger part?
I didn't catch it originally now.
I was wondering who it was at first.
Makes a lot of sense, though.
I thought the room looked familiar, too.
Yeah.
It is an exact match for the real one at Kew. I did my very best for the doll's house.
Dearests, can you marry a dollhouse? Can you embroider me an heir? Then shush. Yes, I know. You are old. Your wounds are likely dry and juicy. Spinsters, I believe you be.
Spinsters, I believe you be.
I am absolutely gorgeous. Style yourselves. A man might wander onto the ground. A lost hunter.
She's desperate for anybody.
Could we marry a lost hunter?
You are not milkmaids.
What did I say?
Savage.
A hunter. Can we marry a hunter? No.
Everyone puts on their own little...
They all get a crown?
God save the king. God save the queen. God save the king. God save the queen.
That's interesting. Everyone gets a crown for their title.
But theirs look like the chess pieces.
Yeah. Well. They have the royal jewels.
What is it?
It is an even day, obviously.
Well, we do not need to adhere to every even day.
We do not.
We did agree to even days.
We did.
The sooner you are with child, the sooner we can cease this performance.
Our duty will be done, and I will no longer have to view your face. Are you coming?
Yes. Because I would very much like to have the opportunity to no longer hear your voice.
It is difficult. I know. The actor can be awful.
It is. It is awful.
Rage fucking.
Yeah, right.
bit of a contrast.
I don't think you need to do that for the baby making part, but that seems a little more than duty.
You've made
It's
the
the
most babies,
king.
so I guess you would know.
Just saying, it's a little bit more than duty.
It is a nightmare. I'm so sorry.
You've been behaving like a child since my first morning here, and I have explained.
You have been breathing in my room.
I've been breathing in my rooms. He's gonna bang on this table.
Right?
And they're all like, what do we do?
Where do you leave?
It's an even day.
Jeez!
Just everyone out. Everyone go.
Doesn't look like it's gonna stop. Jeez.
Man, sounds like Venkman just pulled the...
Yeah. The flowers are still standing.
It is an even day. This is why they have like 15 kids. All these even days.
It doesn't seem to be.
How long did even days go on?
Yeah, I don't know how long it's been.
This is a rule.
He has a nice smile. He is tall and strong, handsome, and smells like a man.
It might have something to do with the doctor.
Doctor.
Uh-oh.
What doctor?
It makes sense that I would host as one of the Queen's ladies, and it would be a display of unity for the top.
The first ball of the season, with you.
Mm-hmm.
No, that will not be accepted.
Your Highness, I know you would like our teas to continue. It would be difficult for you to hear about the Queen being with child long after the fact. Would it not?
I shall take it up.
Well, after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
Her face during and his face. He's gonna die one of these days.
Yeah.
From this.
I do worry.
I have decided we are going to host the first ball of the season.
Oh, that is...
She's just gonna do it.
Princess Augusta gave her approval.
No, she has not yet decided, which is where I shall need to send her invitations before she does.
A bold play.
Yeah, right?
I am fortunate you may not like today. But trust me, you are most fortunate.
Is the difference of their husbands?
Yeah.
She doesn't necessarily like miss hers.
She doesn't have anything to miss, you know.
I assume that's the way it's going with it.
A child named Mozart.
That's Mozart?
Mm-hmm.
Her Majesty has an excellent musical ear, does she not?
Oh, of course.
Her Majesty's
I enjoy farming.
So King George's Farmer George.
Yes. Farmer George. I am Farmer George. Either that to the king and a farmer. Farmer king.
I shall leave you.
He's keeping himself busy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Unhappy wife, I have lords whining all around me, drinking. No one wants to go home, government.
No one wants to go home. All the
Government's
wiser
grinding
mans of
to a halt.
government stopping.
Oh my gosh.
Cannot ask what to do. Your focus should be your country, your people, our side. I do not understand that you hold our fates in your hands. Your palace walls are too high, Your Majesty.
I like that last line though.
Mm-hmm.
You pick your own oranges now, Your Majesty.
You did not tell me they would be dismissed.
You would not have a discussion, Your Majesty.
Does that mean they've been fired?
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't have jobs anymore. You have more responsibilities than you're aware.
Should I ask what brought this on?
I picked my own orange. George, I know you do not owe me anything after how I have behaved, and I know you do not like social events, but I need us to do something.
What do you need?
Our palace walls are too high.
He's gonna take it literally.
He's cut down all the walls.
Yeah. She needs to be able to climb out
Right,
with the vines and
Yeah.
shit.
Dude, if only the king and queen showed up to your ball and the rest of the ton didn't.
That would be such an insult to the crown.
Right?
Lord and Lady Ledger.
Oh.
Yes.
Agatha, how wonderful of you to invite us.
Convinced her,
I
huh?
did not think you would be attending.
Of course we are attending. We would not miss it.
May I? She tried to miss it. But then she received a personal note from His Majesty the King. How could she miss an event that the King is planning to attend? Her head would burst into flames. This is the social event of the season. Well done, Lady Danbury. I like you. Let's be friends. Well done.
It's packed!
I've never been to a party where they announce you. They still have those? Or is it just a royalty thing?
Pay me $5 and I'll announce you everywhere you go.
I'm walking into Walmart.
Lord Danbury, may I have a dance with your wife? You may.
Start getting them to mingle.
Yeah.
Dude, his wife's gonna get so pissed.
Yeah.
Right?
I love to see it. It's working! It's working! How's he supposed to use that top button?
Just for looks, I guess.
So happy. I have never seen him so. Look at him.
He's so funny.
He cracks me up
Oh
so
my
much.
gosh. This is amazing.
Yes, indeed. I am a success. Just go and celebrate.
We are a success. Yes, I am.
Do you need to invest in a cushioned headboard?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
My lord,
Dude, no way he just died, did he?
He
We were just
died.
saying about that earlier.
have you finished?
Oh shit, he
Fucking
did!
dead, dude. Oh.
My lord?
Lived long enough to see his dream come true.
Oh my gosh.
That was a hell of a party.
Her servants are totally going to think she did it, right?
I mean, she did.
That's not what I mean.
A hell of a way to go out, I guess.
I've had the upstairs footman bring up water for a bath.
Oh, you need not drop us as often.
Nonsense, my lady. It is quite simple.
What a way to
enough
say
have
it.
Full staff today. I've even had the new housemaid press lavender oils.
Coral! You need not draw baths as often.
My lady, we are done.
We are done.
Oh my god.
Are you ready? Or shall I dress you first?
I had better to dress me after.
Yes. Good luck.
Okay, now, the show. Scream! All those people are so sad out there.
He's gone.
You loved, and in your loving, you go to church to seek solace and connection. In you, Edmund lives on. I loathed, and in my loathing, I fund a school to seek revenge and satisfaction. In me, Herman rots. Your heart is full. Mine starves. So when I called you fortunate, it is because you are fortunate. Shall we have something stronger than tea? Yes, I think we should.
You are still his queen. Forever frozen. Forever waiting. Your daughters cannot leave you here, trapped in time.
Go and stand over there and stop talking. Look that way, not at me.
Of course, Your Majesty.
She want to get emotional and not let him see.
The tree needs more gold. I want more gold tomorrow.
I see you! Venus! Venus, my angel, I'm here! I am here! I feel you, talk to me! Yeah! I knew you would come!
I am Venus. Right here. I am Venus.
You are
Yes.
Venus? You are Venus?
Yes. And Venus is going inside. You need to come with me.
All right. I thought you were in the sky.
I was in the sky, but now I am going inside. Into Buckingham House. Here.
Well, we build up more connection between the two to get to the point that she sees him with one of his, I don't know, is that like a night episode of confusion kind of thing? That kind of...
Imagine schizophrenia?
Yeah, some kind of dissociation or something.
Like he's going through like I'm Farmer George too, right? Like
he's trying to focus on who he is and not like forget.
Sure. But then having the thing where it's like he's looking at Venus, but now he's like Venus is inside. Like there's there's a confusion there that's not just like trying to push away King and like having this farmer perspective, I guess. I don't know.
Grounds him. Maybe something that's more like tangible and realistic is easier to like hold on to as like a persona, maybe.
Maybe.
And that's what gives him comfort.
I mean, do you think he was it like he was caring enough about her and wanting to have a connection, or do you think he was? I mean, I figured he was worried about these kind of things. He's aware of it happening, right? That's why they slept in different houses. And
sure.
stuff.
That's why he has the special physician. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why his mother keeps it secret for him.
But to be like, we're going to sleep in the same bed, I wonder if it's like he was just... If it was like he cared about her enough that he was willing to risk it, or if he felt like it was a time to like let her see everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, she said you could be a person with me.
Yeah.
And that's
like
who he is. Like,
you don't have to thank me.
Sure.
We're a team, you know.
And her response here wasn't like, she didn't like storm away. She didn't like, she tried to comfort and bring him in.
She tried to help him. She didn't try to like...
And she shifted the I'm Venus thing to bring him inside versus something else. She wasn't trying to fight it, you know what I mean? She just tried to like, direct it.
Sure.
Yeah, just imagine he felt safe enough to do that. It was probably the first time in a long time or ever.
Sure. Like, what's the Kingsman do? Like, come on, let's get you this, you know, like, all that kind of stuff. Like, I know, there's a thing I saw where it was, I think an older lady that had, like, Alzheimer's or dementia, and she was like, I'm going to Florida. And it's like, well, are you walking there? And they're like, we're in Michigan. You're going to walk to Florida? It's like, yeah. And it's like, okay, well, you know what, Mom, I'll come with you. Let's go pack, and we'll both go. And then once they kind of got her back inside, things changed a little bit and kind of redirected it. But it wasn't a fight. It was like an agreement. So, like, it was like the way she handled it, I felt like was the way you're supposed to in those kind of situations. So
I think so.
You go with it and then just kind of like redirect it, and not like go against them. Like there's no Venus, like, I'm Venus. So I like the way she handled it, and she jumped into it really quick too. So I don't know.
I mean, that could be a hard thing. It's not exactly the same, but I hid my panic attacks and autistic meltdowns for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like sharing them with Maggie for the first time was a very vulnerable experience.
Sure.
Like you have to trust enough that like it's not going to change a person's feelings about you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. I wonder how often, like his, I don't know, episodes, whatever, how often it happens. Like the reason he doesn't do functions, I'm sure, is related to this, but does it stem more so from like falling asleep, or like he was having like a weird headache or whatever it was last episode kind of thing? It was like, I don't need the doctor. Yes, I do need the doctor. Like, was it one coming on, or was it something else that like precedes it?
Is it like triggered by a seizure or something like that?
Yeah. So I just wonder, like, I figure we'll get more into what it does, what kind of what ails him.
Yeah, like, and the show's not exactly the most historically realistic, but I doubt the physicians know what's happening.
Sure, I get what you mean. I mean, there's lots of different medicines for different things that they've done over the years. And it's like, this doesn't do anything for this,
Sure.
So,
lots of like, demonic possessions.
Yeah.
Things like that.
There's a bad blood. Here, have some leeches. Like, what?
Drill some holes in your skull. Relieve that pressure.
But no, I'll be interested to see kind of how that plays out. What kind of information we get. I like the scene with Charlotte and Brimsley in the future too, kind of talking about why my daughters didn't marry, and he kind of brings it back to like, well, you and the king were really young when this happened, and if he'd have just died, it'd have been I loved him, I'm healing from his loss, but instead it's like a constant loss, I guess, kind of thing, right? Like you're kind of frozen in time with like having and not having him, and your daughters didn't want to leave you in that.
Like you're mourning him and he's still alive.
We're seeing 3 journeys of love, right? We see Queen Charlotte, where it seems like they did love, but the
whatever it is,
his condition,
like his ailment is kind of has made her lose him, but not lose him in a way.
Yeah, it's like she can go see him, but he might not be himself, right?
Yeah. And like Lady Bridgerton had the love like the Queen, but lost him early, and then Danbury didn't have the love.
Yeah.
Lost him early.
Yeah. Which really reflects, like, I was like, man, are they not going to tell anybody whenever he died? It's funny, too, because, like, every time they had sex, I was like, man, this guy looks like he's going to die from this. And then this time he did, but no, like, that moment there really kind of showed Lady Danbury where, like, she didn't come out right away being like, he's dead, hurry up, go get somebody. She came out being like, hey, we get to celebrate?
Yeah.
All right, you ready? Okay, I'm going to go in there.
Like, she had no love for him.
No.
Like, from his perspective, because he seemed oblivious by the fact that she detested him, like, that's a pretty good way to go out, from his perspective.
Yeah.
I feel like he achieved his dream of respect.
Had a ball.
Having sex with his beautiful wife.
Yeah. Being invited to hunts and stuff by the other side and everything. Like, I've achieved this. And, yeah, he goes out on top in a way. But.
Well, also behind.
Yeah, he goes out behind and on top.
I thought it.
He goes out as a top.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But I do feel sad for, like, Lady Danbury, because it seemed like she never tried again after that,
Well, yeah, when you have something like that, like, do you want to risk another one of those kind of relationships for the possibility of having a good relationship that you've...
Yeah, like, if that's all you know
you've never
and have
had,
been exposed to. Like, I don't know what her parents were like, necessarily.
Sure.
But she might not even know something like Lady Bridgerton had as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dude, the scene of them like talking again when like Violet was mad at her. Like I love this scene of being like, "This is why you're fortunate." Like,
it's like
I make this. I suppose I should make a charitable event for my husband. It's like, no, I do this to spite him because he hated orphans. You know, like it is my vengeance against him. Yours is like you went there for love and your heart is full. And I was like, man, like
you loved, I loathed. Your husband lives, mine rots.
Yeah, no, that scene was just so good. And I assume that's where it was going whenever they came across each other in church and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to see little Violet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Violet Ledger before she was a Bridgerton. And I like her dad.
I like her dad quite a lot as well.
I love like the little winks and stuff he does. The mom's like freaking out. He's like, but then like he goes over and he's like, she would have missed it. She tried.
Yeah.
And then he's like willing to mingle and do all this. It's like, what's the things Violet said where it's like, what, you know, the king gave us land, gave us titles, he gave them land, gave them title. Some of them were even royalty and better than us.
Yeah.
and her dad's just like,
if we're, you know, keeping with the royal blood means more better human or whatever.
Yeah. I just like the dad just being like, good point, dear.
Yeah.
And the mom's like, fuck!
I love how...
Yes, beauty. Yes, brains.
Yeah.
I love how Lady Danbury was able to grind the British government to a stop.
Yeah.
Because like her actions caused wives to be upset, which caused husbands to just drink and complain in Parliament.
Yeah.
So
and
no government was happening.
It was like
and they didn't want to go home, so they're just drinking and complaining, so no work's being done. Happy wife, happy life. It's so funny that it did that. But yeah, you're right. All the wives are mad, so all the work stopped.
I'm glad, like, everyone made up this episode. Like, George and Charlotte seem to have made up. Lady Danbury and Lady Bridgerton.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they just had a spat this episode, but...
Sure. I think they did a pretty good job of having the anger, frustration things they have, but then, like, even days. But then it's, like, steamy.
Yeah.
Like, there's something there, but they're mad because they're not talking. But there's at the very least, there's the physical attraction to each of them that they both are interested in each other.
Yeah.
But they're not talking and getting that person-to-person communication going, you know? So, even days.
It is an even day.
And like, Mozart is just an afterthought.
Yeah.
He's just there.
He's just there.
Where did you find this young Mozart? And they don't even think, they're just, that's it, we're done. He was there.
Yeah.
No, that was funny, too. I was wondering if it was someone... I didn't recognize the tunes or anything right away, so I was wondering if it was someone important or not, but sometimes they sneak stuff in.
I thought that's who it might have been. But
yeah, I assumed that
But there was such little pomp about it, you know?
Yeah.
Right? But, no, I like that even the Dowager Queen... No, Dowager Princess.
Dowager.
The mom, like, is like, he's happy. Like, she's only been getting, like, information from Danbury.
Yeah.
And, like, is he happy? Is it going well? Is there a baby? But they're at
she
that
says
ball.
that they're happy, they're blissful, and they're...
But they're at that ball, her looking at her son, she's like, that's the happiest I've ever seen him.
Yeah.
And she should know the angriest. Because I'm pretty sure we saw that last week.
Could be.
One of them, anyway. I'm wondering if we'll see more things happening between Ledgers and Danbury.
Yeah.
I just thought it was interesting that he was like, I'll dance with you. And his wife seems to be terrible.
Yeah.
I was just like, I wonder what's going to happen here.
His wife and her husband should have gotten together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Polar opposites.
For sure. I love this scene when they're eating. And they both get up, and all the guards like...
What do we do? What do we do?
We haven't been dismissed, but...
Someone please tell us to leave, because this is awkward. And like Brinsley and the other guys like, get. No, I thought that was great.
Mm-hmm.
And then, last thing I had was the scene with the queen and the princesses. I thought was funny too. Where I was like talking about like, your dollhouses won't marry you. What if a hunter comes along? We can marry a hunter? No!
You're princesses!
It's like there's all this frustration of like,
milkmaids.
you need to go and get married and do this. Look presentable for any man who might accidentally wander on the premises. But then like, oh, we can marry them? No, you can't. You've dried up.
Spinsters, methinks you.
No. It's been pretty good. I like just seeing Honestly, the jumps back and forth have been fitting pretty well together. I
Yeah.
like getting glimpses of like Lady Danbury in the past and the present, and like seeing them kind of complement each other.
Yep.
Because like you definitely see the loathing that she talks about when he dies, and being like, no more bats. Well, fewer bats.
Yeah.
Not as often.
Yeah, she'll still bathe, but yeah.
Yeah.
The post-coitus baths are... No
Now
more.
he's interrupting my tea time.
Gave me time to compose a letter.
Yeah, dude, that line cracked me up too.
Ugh.
I got some work done.
Some correspondence.
Did you guys have anything else?
Nope.
No.
No? All
As
right.
always, I think the casting is amazing.
It's great. No. Even, this is the first time we saw young Violet, right? So
Yeah.
that was pretty good too. When I first saw her and this lady walking around, I'm like, I'm not sure who this is. And they said Violet Ledger. I'm like, Violet Ledger?
Yeah.
And the room looked like the one Bridgerton room where they have like, here's the piano over here and everything. So I was like, it must be them. But no, it was close enough that I was like, that could be her.
Yeah.
Charlotte's great. Lady Danbury does really well too.
No, yeah.
Both of them are great.
Definitely.
Yeah. I don't remember. I think we saw King George once in the future.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really remember what he looked
Saw
like.
him last season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we see him again, I'll compare better then maybe too. But
Sure.
yeah, I don't remember. But no, I'm curious to see. I think this is halfway through the series.
Oh, yeah.
I
It's
think.
a shorter...
I think it's only 6 episodes, so I'm curious to see how things continue from this point, especially now that Queen Charlotte has an idea of what's going on with the king.
What's happening.
She's been asking, like, why is he always gardening and why is he not doing social gatherings or anything, too.
Sure.
So. But maybe we'll get more information on that next episode. Guys, thank you so much for watching Queen Charlotte with us. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on the rest of this. Also, I believe that Bridgerton Season 3 Part 2 is being released right now as well on YouTube. So you can check that out right here. So subscribe so you don't miss out. And you can find full lengths, early access, and more over at blindwave.com.